guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for, but also a little bit emotional about filming this video. So obviously, as y'all can tell, I'm prepping for my baby's first birthday, which is crazy. And I feel like, I was telling my husband the other day, I feel like it has like kind of came quickly. Like, how is it possible that I have a 1-year-old almost, but then at the same time I feel like he's been here for literally ever. So it also is like, oh my gosh, like he hasn't even been here for a year yet. Let me know if y'all feel the same way, like when your baby's like first birthdays or even just like any birthdays come along. If you have older kiddos, like I feel like it goes fast and also extremely slow. So I thought this video will be fun to do, is kind of like tell y'all just like sort of what I'm doing to prep for it and plan for it, and show y'all some of the gifts and like sort of, I haven't gotten like much of the decor yet, but some of like the decor and like theme sort of ideas I have, and show you some of the gifts, and then also talk about some of the like more kind of like sentimental or like memory keeping things that I've been doing throughout his first year. For me, that's like a really big deal. I'm very much into, like kind of obsessively into, and honestly that's part of the reason I even do YouTube at all, is I love documenting things and capturing memories. Like all of that is such a big deal for me. I feel like I just like don't have the best memory, and so having like obviously pictures, videos, things written down, stuff like that to look back on, or like prompt memories, or to obviously like show Cole as he gets older and stuff like that is huge for me, like huge. So I have a couple of things that I've been doing, some for like all of his life and some like more recently, that are really, really special to me, and I think will ultimately be really special to him, that I've been doing like throughout this first year, and will also continue to be doing for like the rest of his childhood. So I wanted to share this with y'all too, in case you like need some ideas, or you're like me and you just really like documenting and capturing memories, but you're not like exactly sure how to go about doing it in a way that's like not overwhelming. Obviously not everyone like does YouTube and is filming all the time and like editing and stuff, so there are definitely other ways to do it. So I wanted to share that with y'all as well, so I figured that kind of all made sense in one video. So I figured we would just start with like kind of the memento memory, like sentimental stuff, like, and then his gifts and like everything else are in another room. They're not like in our bedroom, so I figured I would bring y'all over there and like show you some of that stuff. Some of the like memory things that I'm gonna mention I don't have here with me. He's actually sleeping right now, and some of them are actually like in his room, so I cannot go fetch them, but I will have everything linked down below for you guys, of course, and I can like pop some stuff on the screen here so you guys can see what I'm referring to. But one of the things I started doing, I got this idea from someone or on some probably like mom Facebook group or something. I've been doing this since not like the day he was born. That was like the craziest day of my life, his delivery day, so definitely not since then, but since like his first week of life, I started sending him emails. I made like a separate email account for him that I only obviously like send emails to him to kind of like look back on. I don't use his email address for like anything else, but I started sending him, I think I did it when he turned a week old was the first one, I want to say. I could look back and check, but I was just like really in my feels obviously when he was like brand new and you're all kinds of hormonal, and I just like needed somewhere to just like kind of like get my feelings out and sort of like be in my feelings, but kind of on paper. So I sent him like a really long kind of emotional email within the first week, and then what I actually started doing, and by the way, you can start this idea like anytime. Like don't think that just because you haven't done this since your baby was like a day old or a week old that you can't implement any of these ideas that I'm suggesting. You could literally start these at any time, whether your baby's like a day old or 1 year old or 5 years old. I feel like this is just a fun thing to do for you to look back on, and also for them to look back on in the future. So I sent him just like a text email. It was very, very long when he was like a week old, and then I started doing them he was born on a Sunday, so every week that he like turned a week older, essentially, I started sending him, I think it typically ends up being around like 20 to 30 pictures, just kind of like a few photos from that week. So it goes like week 1 photos, week 2 photos. Now I think he's like 44 weeks old, so I've done at least like 44 of those at this point, of just like a handful of like my favorite photos from that week, whether they're like just cute little like selfies of all of us as a family, or like if we went on a vacation, some pictures from that, just like my 30 to like 40 favorite pictures from that week with no text or anything else. It literally takes me like a couple of minutes to send it, but I like the idea of getting to look back at every week of his first year of life and just kind of getting little snapshots of like what were like the highlights or our favorite moments or our favorite photos from that week of his life. And then I also did an email on, he was born on the 24th, so on the 24th of every month I've done just like a text email, sort of like the one I did when he was a week old, just kind of writing down down like how I'm feeling, anything like noteworthy that we did like in terms of going on a vacation, or any first like big developmental milestones, just like what he's like basically as of that month, anything like new he's doing, or just like funny things that have happened. There's no pictures or anything in that one. It's just literally like text, like again, very lengthy, but it's really just like a way to kind of like document like what happened that month and some big things, some unique things and stuff like that, so that I can look back on me like, what was Cole doing, or what were we doing when he was 9 months? I think it's just a cool way to like kind of remember where Cole was at different like weeks and months of his first year of life. So he has a separate email address that I've been doing all of those things, but I recently found kind of like a way more aesthetic and kind of cooler way to do a very similar concept that I recently found out about, and I'm so excited about it, and I was really excited to share it with you guys, and I think it's gonna be so cool to implement now that I know about it and kind of like augment what I've been doing with the emails. But like honestly, it kind of takes that whole idea that I just outlined and like puts it on steroids. It's just like a way cooler and also just a little bit more time sensitive, if you want to call it that. And it is an app, and it's called CircleIt, and it's essentially like an app that you can use to kind of share thoughts or memories or photos or videos or like voice memos or anything like that. You can basically save and share all of those things, but you can also like send them to your little one, your parents, siblings, anything like that, but you can have it set to like be delivered in the future, which is so cool. And it's basically like the kind of concept I had in mind for the emails, but obviously the emails get delivered right away. They're all just gonna be like kind of piled up by the time he gets access to it. So CircleIt kind of like takes that idea but like makes it a lot more dynamic, and CircleIt is actually sponsoring this portion of today's video. I'm so excited to be working with them and to be able to share this idea with you guys. I mean, it's such a cool idea for parents for sure. Like obviously that's where my mind went as a fairly new mom, but it's like a generational platform that can be used for literally anyone of any age at any time. You can literally send messages or, like I said, pictures, voice memos, videos, anything like that into the future. It's crazy, and I can think of like a bajillion different uses for something like this. I'll have some pictures and video on the screen of what the app looks like, because there's a lot of really cool features that you can use it for. But you can choose like a format in terms of like a card for a specific occasion. You can do it for no reason, like I've been doing, just to kind of like share thoughts and memories. But you can do obviously like anniversaries, birthdays in particular, which I will definitely be sending Cole one of these for his birthday, of course, coming up. It's got like cute little graphics. It's kind of like animated. You can obviously type up a whole message. You can attach pictures and videos, like I said, voice memos. So you can like really like load it up almost, which is honestly something I have never done with the actual emails. I've never attached like my voice or videos or anything like that. It's very much just been like text and photos. So I love that on the CircleIt app you can like make it way more dynamic and interesting and like really load it up with like all the different media content you could possibly imagine and make it like very personalized. You can honestly get really creative with it too, which is what I'm excited about it for, because the emails I've been sending are not very creative. They're literally just text and like static photos. And depending on who you're sending it to, you can even attach like flowers and stuff. You'll see on the screen recording, but you can like attach kind of like a gift with it too, which I think is so cool. Again, you can like do this into the future as well. So if you just are kind of like a planner and like a type A person like me, which hello, I'm filming this video at my son's first birthday like months in advance of it, so I'm definitely like the planning type. But if you're afraid of like forgetting, or you just like to like have your ducks in a row, the fact that you can like put this all together and make it so thoughtful, and you can also like attach a gift to it, so that's also just like one thing you don't have to worry about doing when the date gets closer. Like I said, whether it's a birthday or an anniversary or anything like that, you can basically like do the whole gift giving and like a card process in this app in like a couple minutes. You can obviously send this to anybody at any future date. So you could literally like send something to like 30 years in the future if you wanted to, which is like kind of trippy to think about. Like Cole could get something for me when he's essentially my age and I will have sent it 30 years before. Like kind of mind blowing, but I love the idea of that because it's something that is just like kind of a surprise and on the way. Obviously like the emails I've been doing, he has access to immediately because they're all just sitting there. But I love that this is something to like genuinely look forward to and be surprised by in like a much more interesting, creative, and like personalized way. And what you can actually do like specifically for children, if you kind of have in mind like the same kind of use case that I do, you can actually create a separate account for your child and you can send things specifically to that account, but you can also share that account with other family members, grandparents, aunts and uncles, siblings, things like that, and they can also send things to them, and you can kind of have like a whole little account where they have like a bunch of really exciting stuff from all the people that they love the most, kind of like waiting for them them, again, like into the future, or obviously you can send it right away and just kind of have it waiting there for them. Like I said, they can be any age. I feel like this could be fun for young kids, obviously, to have access to in the future, to kind of like have something from a bunch of people to like send them off with. There's just literally, like I said, a million different use cases that this platform can be used for. And I love the idea of being able to have other family members sort of like contribute to Cole's like future memories and things like that. So I feel like some of the other ways you could use this, other than just like I'm doing it just for like purely kind of like memory and sentimental reasons, but I feel like if you're like, for example, maybe gonna be on vacation or something, and maybe you're like leaving your kids with, you know, a babysitter or your parents or something like that, or you're gonna be away maybe like for military purposes or something for an extended period of time, you could like record yourself maybe reading your child's favorite bedtime story to them, and like send a couple of different like voice memos or videos for the dates that you're gonna be gone, and whoever is their caregiver at the time can kind of like open those and play them for your kiddo while you're gone. Maybe if your parents are elderly and either you or they want to kind of have some memories and things to kind of like share with the younger generation for the future when maybe they won't be around anymore, it would be such a special way for them to be able to like share stories or memories or thoughts or anything that other family members can cherish into the future. I could go on and on with like all the different ways that this app I think could be so special to so many people, but for me as like a super like in my feelings type of mom, like this is the perfect thing for me, and hopefully Cole will really love it as well. I think if nothing else, it'll be really special for me and like my husband to look back on and just to have like those memories for ourselves and Cole as well. I think you guys will get such a kick out of it. I think in the future you will really appreciate yourself for taking advantage of it now, and I think your little ones or your loved ones, whoever you want to use it for, will be really appreciative as well. And then the other thing that I've kind of been doing throughout Cole's first year that's like a little bit more tangible is a little kind of like a baby journal. I've been using the one from Promptly, which I actually have a review of the whole journal, so I can link that video down below, and I will also link the actual journal down below if you guys are interested. But it's basically like a prompting type of journal that gives you sort of like little like basically questions or prompts to answer, kind of like help you document, you know, milestones and occasions and like memories throughout your child's first year. Honestly, it's not just the first year. I think the journal that I have goes up to, I don't even know, I want to say like 5 years, like kind of like the whole childhood, like toddlerhood type of age. For me, the prompts are very, very helpful to kind of like give me some structure to filling it out, and it's just like really nice. I like having something tangible. As much as I enjoy like the emails and the app, I also like having something tangible to kind of like write in and like kind of dump my memories and thoughts out on at the end of the month, like whenever he turns a new month. And then actually for his birthday, so we'll probably move over to the other room that has like all of his stuff in it. I also got kind of like a sort of like a banner, I guess you would call it, that also kind of will like document his whole first year and basically like his physical progression from like when he was born essentially up to when he turned 1 year old. That's going to be a little bit more of like a physical and like photo representation of kind of like how he's changed throughout his first year, which I'm so excited to do that. I have to like choose the picture still and like actually put it together. I feel like it's going to be literally impossible to pick one photo from each month of his life to like display on this, but I'm very excited about it. I like stumbled upon the idea on Amazon and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to do that. Which I do actually have another idea as well that I'm going to show you guys that I think I'm going to do for every birthday. Again, while he's still a kid, not all these ideas are obviously going to apply for, you know, his whole life, but I'm excited to show you all that. So everything that I've mentioned so far, including the CircleIt app, will be linked down below for you guys to check out. Of course, thank you again to CircleIt for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I'm obsessed with it. You guys are going to love it too. So I'm gonna grab you. We're gonna go into the room that has all of like his gifts and some of like the supplies and stuff, and I'll kind of give you guys a better idea of like what we're doing, the theme, that kind of thing. Okay, we are here in honestly, this is like the gift closet. It's literally where I like stash secret things for Ken and for Cole. So we're chilling in here. Actually, I feel like this setup kind of worked out, but I have everything in here. Honestly, it's a lot. I feel like I have enough stuff for his birthday and Christmas and for like the next 2 years of his life. There's so much stuff in here because when I like see something that I feel like he's gonna like at some point, whether it's like right now or like a year from now, I just like snag it because I'm like I might forget, or like maybe it's gonna get more expensive or something, so I might as well just grab it while I can. But this is the banner that I mentioned. It's from Amazon. I'm gonna have to like put a picture on the screen of like kind of what it looks like because I feel like this is not really doing it justice, but it basically just hangs kind of like a banner. I feel like across like the fireplace or something, or like across a window would be really cute, but it just says says like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you just like insert a little photo kind of in this section. And I think that'll be such a fun way to display kind of like how he's progressed and aged throughout his first year. I think that'll be just like a cute kind of like memory and like sentimental thing, but also just like a cute decorative thing at his little birthday celebration. So we're definitely gonna do that. I'm so excited for that. And then I also saw this was at the like Target dollar spot, and this is just like a little board. It's like a chalkboard. It comes with a piece of chalk and it says it's my birthday, and you can put like how many years old they are and like what their favorite birthday treat and their birthday wish is and stuff like that. And the back is actually a chalkboard as well, so you can use the front and back. This could just be a cool thing to maybe like take a photo with them every single year, or just kind of have like on display at his birthday each year. I thought that would be cute. I wasn't even looking for that. I literally just stumbled upon it at Target. And then another idea I had was, this is the Dr. Seuss birthday book, and honestly this is like a pretty lengthy book. Like there's kind of a lot of pages. It's kind of a long story, and I thought it would be cute to almost treat this book kind of like a guest book, almost like you would at like a wedding or something, before his birthday and for every single year. I think that would be so fun. Like maybe this first page, especially since it's like so open, will be his first birthday. I feel like we'll maybe just like put the year or something up there, and everybody at his like little birthday party can just write like a little message, or like obviously if they're a kid, like my nieces and nephews, they can just like sign their name or something like that. And I thought it would be cute like each year. I don't know exactly where we're gonna start it, but I thought it would be cute each year. And I don't know how many pages this has, but by the time he's, you know, 10 or 12 or 15 or whatever, however many pages this is, he could have this whole book from each year just like kind of signed or like autographed by every member of the family. I thought that was such a fun idea. Obviously he'll probably like grow out of this concept, but I feel like this is the kind of thing, even when it's like not cool anymore, will still be a really nice way to kind of like remember like who the important people in his life are, especially at each age, if he has friends, things like that. I feel like this could be a really cool like little time capsule sort of thing. And then obviously when he's like much older, this could just be something that he has as like a memory to hold on to until he gets old and look back on and stuff like that. And it is like a hardcover, even though obviously it's not like a board book, but it is like a hardcover, so I feel like hopefully it will be durable. And then of course every year on his birthday we could also read it to him. So I feel like it could be like a special like birthday book, like maybe the night before and like the night of his birthday, and it'll also kind of be like a memory book as well. So I thought that would be a really fun idea. I will link this down below. I just grabbed this, I think from Target. I'm sure they have it on Amazon. So I thought that would be a fun idea as well. And then in terms of like the actual theme for his actual birthday, I'll give you guys 2 seconds if you know me at all to guess what his theme is going to be. We're doing a sloth theme, of course. I feel like no one would expect anything different. So a lot of his gifts are sloth related. Like I got him the sloth pillow pet, which I think will be so fun. Honestly, I freaking love pillow pets. I still bring a pillow pet with me every time we travel because they're just so like convenient for travel purposes, and they're so dang comfy. And then some like the random gifts I got him, like this little set of like bowls and plates and stuff that are like sloth themed. And actually in this drawer right in front of me, I got him basically like every sloth baby book that I could literally find. There's probably more that I'm going to show you because I feel like there's kind of a lot of stuff buried in here, but there's literally so many cute sloth like board books and stuff on Amazon and Target, so I pretty much just searched that. This one's actually kind of fun and like honestly kind of creepy at the same time. They have this for a bunch of different animals, but it's like a little finger puppet, so like as you turn the page you can like, I don't know, kind of like make the sloth sort of like move. I basically just stocked up on all of the sloth things that I could find. This was an idea, and this is not sloth related, but this is an idea that my husband had, because my husband, if you don't know, he's obsessed with golf. He's quite into golf. So we found this little like golf set for him. It says it's for 3 years old. So I don't know if he's gonna be able to like use this right away. Obviously like he's not even walking yet, so he won't be able to like actually use it, but I feel like he might still kind of get a kick out of it, and I feel like my husband more than anything will get a kick out of it. I got him this little sloth lovey off of Amazon. This is from the Mary Meyer brand. These are so insanely soft. They're like kind of fuzzy on the top, but then like silky on the bottom, and so cute. And then I also got him literally all of these sloth like PJs that I could find him. I think I'm gonna show these when I ordered them in a vlog before. These are not available. I don't think, I haven't seen them on Old Navy, but these are a bunch of different like sloth PJs that I found on Old Navy's website that are so cute. And I also got him this little sloth like kind of crocheted rattle. How freaking cute is this? This is honestly probably more decorative than anything else, but I just love that. So I honestly have a ton of gifts in here, and like I said, I'm not exactly sure because his birthday is like exactly 2 months before Christmas, so I'm not exactly sure what's gonna be birthday and what's gonna be Christmas. And like I said, a lot of this stuff is also a little too old for him. Like some stuff in here I'll probably have in here until like his next birthday or next Christmas as well. This is sort of like long-term gift ideas and gift storage and stuff like that. So y'all will have to stay tuned for like his actual birthday vlog. I will definitely be documenting more of the process once it gets closer and we're actually doing it, in terms of like the cake we get and like any of the other desserts, the like menu planning, the decorations. We're gonna do like a balloon arc, and I'm gonna get like some cute decor. We're gonna do his family birthday party at my in-laws house the day before his birthday, because his birthday's on a Monday, and then we're gonna do his actual birthday here and kind of like start some of those traditions that I feel like a lot of families have, that you do like special for them on their actual birthday every single year. We're gonna start some of those traditions for the first time, which we're very excited about. So I will be vlogging all of that and like actually showing you guys as we start like actually prepping for it as it gets closer. I will obviously vlog his actual birthday party and birthday day so you can see the gifts and some of the traditions that we're going to be starting and stuff like that. So if you are not subscribed, definitely make sure you do that so you can stay tuned and see all of this stuff kind of like in a little bit more detail and actually in execution. I've obviously never planned or thrown like a first birthday party, so I'm very excited to do it. It's also like, as I'm sure you probably know if you've ever done this, it's like a little bit overwhelming to kind of like think about what to do, especially because like they don't really get it at 1 year old. Obviously the party's more, I think, obviously like for the parents and like the cousins or aunts and uncles and stuff, like the family that's attending it, more so than for the kiddo. He's probably gonna be pretty stoked about some of the gifts, but that's about it. So I feel like I want to like do the most because it's his first birthday, but then at the same time I'm like, but why? Like he doesn't even, it's just another day to him more or less, where he maybe gets to like eat a little more sweets or something. So part of me wants to go ham and part of me is like, why don't you just like chill and save some of that energy up for when like, you know, we really need to do it up, when he can like really get excited and appreciate it, and it's kind of like a little bit of a bigger deal. I feel like the first birthday is a real big deal to the parents because they made it through a whole year and didn't lose their minds, but obviously for the kiddo it's not nearly as exciting, I feel like. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this gave you guys some ideas. You can definitely look forward to all the future, like I said, prep videos and vlogs and all of that. So if you are not subscribed, definitely make sure you do that. Those videos will be coming like not that long from now because he literally is going to be 1 year old like before we know it. And if you guys have any like tips or tricks or suggestions for like first birthday like parties or ideas or traditions, or like what you guys do with your kids, I would literally love to know, because I feel like I cannot get enough of those ideas. I want to just make it as special for Cole as it can possibly be, like starting from this year. Like I said, even though he doesn't get it, like starting from this year and just like continuing on, I feel like this is just like the start of so many exciting fun birthdays for him that we get to celebrate. So I would love to hear what you guys do have done, whether it was for your kids or like your parents did for you when you were young. I would love for you guys to share that with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you again to CircleIt for sponsoring a portion of today's video. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.